What up, you nerds? Fallout here, and today I'm going to show you how to get the exotic catalyst for the Vex Mythoclast in D2. Yeah, surprise by the way, if you weren't aware, the Vex Mythoclast is back, and a potential drop from the newly revived Vault of Glass raid now in D2. If you're looking for a full guide on how to beat the raid, even if you're a total raid noob, check the link in the top right corner now. And with that out of the way, let's move on to the Vex Mythoclast Catalyst. I shouldn't need to tell you this, but you can only get the catalyst if you have the Mythoclast itself. It ain't retroactive or anything, as far as I know. Another thing you should know, this is definitely not something you can do on your own. In order to fully unlock the catalyst, you're going to need to enter the Vault of Glass raid and break hidden oracles located throughout the entire raid. So essentially you're doing a full raid run and periodically taking breaks in between each encounter to unlock the catalyst. And again, you need teammates to do this because many of the hidden oracles are far away from each other, and like the Templar or the Atheon encounter, you have limited time to break them. Oh, and not only do you need to break them in a short amount of time, you gotta break them in a particular order as well. Sounds fun, doesn't it? But wait, there's more. In order to get the hidden oracles to appear, you're gonna need to step on a Vex plate, much like the one at the very beginning of VOG to open up the door to the raid. There are 5 Vex plates in total, and I'm gonna show you where each one is. Final thing to take note of, only a Guardian wielding the Vex Mythoclast can step on the hidden plates. I mean, really anyone can physically step onto the Vex plate, but if you're not wielding the Mythoclast, literally nothing will happen. Only a Mythoclast wielder can activate the plate, which will make the hidden oracles appear. I recommend you do this quest with a full fire team of Mythoclast wielders, so maybe that way everybody gets their catalyst done at the same time. Or if you're the only lucky bastard in your friend group, ask really nicely for your buddies to help you polish this quest off the next time you hop into VOG together. Okay, here we go. Hidden plate number 1 is at the very beginning of the raid when you drop into VOG. Rather than head up the big hill to capture the regular plates to open the raid door, whip out your Sparrow and take a hard right, heading along the cliffside until you come to a short, out-of-the-way cave. In the back of the cave, you will find plate number 1. Have your Mythoclast wielder hop onto the plate to activate it, and you're looking for 3 oracles total. Oracle number 1, very easy to find. It's literally in the exact same cave as the plate near the entranceway. Oracle number 2 is a little ways away. Have somebody else on your fire team hop on their Sparrow and ride out of the cave heading slightly right. You're heading back to the wall at the far end looking for another cave. Oracle 2 is in that cave to the left. To find Oracle 3, have another player head out of the Vex plate heading left, following the cliffside until you reach a white structure on your left. The 3rd oracle will be there. Remember, everyone should be in position in advance, and when the Mythoclast person activates the plate, you'll have 2 rounds of the oracles flashing the correct order before you have the opportunity to break them. Again, Oracle 1 in the plate cave, Oracle 2 in the far right cave, and Oracle 3 on the cliffside by the white structure. Break them in the correct order and you should see text on your HUD that says a refrain whispers from deeper in the vault. Carry on with the raid as normal. Before showing you hidden plate 2, I should mention that I'm going to do my absolute best to show you every hidden oracle location as we go deeper and deeper into VOG. My buddies were taking screenshots, but because I was the only Mythoclast wielder, only I could activate the Vex plate. And because I'm not Barry Allen, I can't simply run from the plate to every oracle location in time for footage. I tried to get my buddies near their oracle locations while I was on the plate though, and I'd look over to where they were on my HUD to give you a better idea of oracle spawn locations in relation to the plate. I'm hoping that paired together with screenshots and some backup footage we'll get later, that'll be enough. Okay, with that in mind, hidden plate number 2 is after you've opened the door to VOG, but before the Templar fight. When you reach the little cliff jump hidden path that we all loved taking in D1, hop on in there and continue heading down to that area where there's a loot chest out in the open. Vex plate number 2 is in this room and you should find it easily on the floor nearby. Activating plate number 2 will reveal 4 hidden oracles, all located within this room. You're gonna hear 4 oracle pings, but you're only gonna see 3 oracle locations total. That's because Oracle 2 and Oracle 4 are literally the same oracle. I know that sounds kind of weird, but get used to it because it's going to happen again later. Oracle number 1 is located on the way out of the hidden chest room towards the Templar. My buddy Pablito here on my screen is standing on the platform where Oracle 1 will appear when I activate the plate. Oracle number 2 and Oracle number 4, because again, they are the same oracle, is way up high in this room, overlooking everything from a large stone cliff. I'm gonna quickly show you the jumping route I took to get to that location, and we'll shoot where my buddy told me that the oracle appeared. Oracle number 3 you can probably hit from the Vex plate if you have a long-range weapon. It's way up high in the room that you're in, up by the ceiling. Have your friends each go to an oracle in advance so that when you, the Vex wielder, activate the plate, everyone can shoot and break the oracles in the correct order. Again, Oracle 2 and Oracle 4 are the exact same oracle, so whoever's all the way up there on that cliff does have to break it twice, but wait for the third oracle to be broken before you do it. When all are broken in the correct order and you get the message on your HUD, move forward with the raid as normal. The third Vex plate is after the Templar fight. When the Templar is dead, don't take the Virgin door opening path, take the Alpha Chad Spirit Bloom chest path from D1, located by jumping into a hole in the wall on the leftish side of the Templar room. After dropping down through the world's deepest cave, you'll find yourself in a location where there used to be a hidden Vogue loot chest in D1. Now, it's a Vex plate that you're going to need to activate for the Mythoclast Catalyst. Plate 3 has 5 oracles total. Oracle number 1 and Oracle number 4 are going to be the exact same oracle, another dupe situation like with the other plate. Here's where to go to find Oracle number 1 and 4. Send somebody out of the plate room heading left. Keep hugging the cliff wall to the left until you get to this room here where my fire team member is standing. He's shooting an anarchy shot up at the spot on the cave wall where Oracle 1 and 4 will appear. From Oracle 1 and 4, turn around and head back the way you came, but take an immediate left. There's a hole in the floor that you can fall down. Send one of your fire team members down there in advance, because down there, where my friend J-Pats is hanging out, that's where Oracle 2 will pop up. Oracle 3 is easy peasy because it spawns in the Vex plate room in the top left corner. Oracle 4 we already went over because again it's the same as Oracle 1, and to find Oracle 5, place a guardian just outside the door of the Vex plate. If you walk outside that door, turn left and look way up, that's where Oracle 5 will pop up, all the way up there by the ceiling. Activate the plate, shoot all the oracles in the correct order, and when you see the text on your screen, carry on with the raid. Vex plate number 4 and Vex plate number 5 are both in the same area, the big wide open jumping puzzle room just before the final boss room. When you first enter the big jumping puzzle room, right after leaving the Gorgon maze, stop at the very first cliff, turn right and fall off a couple of ledges heading down, and you'll find Vex plate number 4. There are going to be 7 oracles total that you'll need to break, and you're going to need your buddies scattered around for this one. Oracle number 1 and Oracle number 3 are the exact same oracle. To find it from the very beginning of the jumping puzzle, head left into a cave in the nearby cliffside. In that dark-ass cave, you will find Oracle 1/Oracle 3. Oracle number 2 and Oracle number 6 are also the same oracle. From my point of view, I can see my friend Pablito, who's back up at the very beginning of the jumping puzzle area. He's looking straight down at the cliffside, and if we check the screenshot from his point of view, we can see Oracle number 2 and Oracle number 6, again, same oracle, down below on the cliffside. Oracle 4 is very hidden. Remember that dark cave we went to on the left to find Oracle 1 and 3? Send a different guardian all the way through that dark cave. When you get to the end, you have to jump out heading right and land on a small ledge over to your right. Hug that ledge all the way around the corner to the right and wait right there, because that is where Oracle number 4 will be. Oracle number 5 is very close to the Vex plate. From the plate, jump up heading in the direction that you originally came down from to get to the plate. Oracle 5 should be located right up against a wall on your way up. Oracle number 7 you can actually see directly from the Vex plate. As I look at my fire team member Wacka, who's over at the cave containing Oracle 1, way beneath him under the ledge he's standing on is Oracle number 7. You know the drill. Have everyone in position in advance, have Vex Mythoclast person stand on the plate to activate the plate, shoot the oracles in the correct order, confirm with the text on your HUD, and boom, done with plate number 4. To get to plate number 5, head back up to the starting area of the jumping puzzle room that you're already in for plate number 4. Head left. We're going through that dark cave in the wall where one of the oracles was before. At the end of the cave, we are jumping way out to the left to a somewhat lone platform across from where you'll eventually go to get to the final boss room. The plate you're going to need to activate is located slightly below the top of that large rock platform. Now, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The bad news is that for the 5th and final plate, there are 4, count them, 4 waves of oracles, each wave containing more than before. Potentially even worse news, if you botch any of these 4 waves, you gotta start plate number 5 all over again from wave number 1. Finally, the cherry on top of worse news, the oracle pings showing you their location are really fast, way faster than what you've seen before. The good news though is that every oracle for plate number 5 is very nearby and very out in the open. All of them can be seen from the rock platform located directly above plate 5. Rather than having one guardian on the team taking one oracle, I think it would be a better idea to have each guardian solo an entire wave by themselves. I know that sounds rough, soloing a wave, but again, plate 5 is just a memory game. Even if you fail plate 5 a few times, in only a matter of minutes, everyone should have their wave pretty memorized. It's kind of hard to identify which oracles are which for plate 5 because they're all hovering around vaguely in the air, not near any distinct locations, and they ping pretty quickly. I'm gonna do my best to show you though what you gotta do. Wave 1 has only 3 oracles, and the order, if you're facing the direction of the boss room, is right, then left, then middle. Wave 2 has 4 oracles, and the order is, again, if you're facing the boss room, 1 on the far right, number 2 on the wide left, number 3 is just a little bit to the right of number 2, and then number 4 is the exact same spot as oracle number 2, which is on the left. Wave 3 has 5 oracles, and here's me looking at the exact position of each oracle from the plate, even though my vision of the 3rd oracle in the wave is blocked by the stone pillar. Facing Atheon's room, the order is left, right, middle, left, and then back behind you, like turn all the way around for the final one. Oracle number 1 and 4 are the same in that wave. Wave number 4 is the final wave and has 7 oracles, and thank God I have POV footage from my buddy Ebontis soloing wave 7. Take it away, Ebontis. And that is it. You should see 2 lines of text in your HUD now. A refrain, whispers from deeper in the vault, and then a brand new line, the oracles are satiated. The whispers fade into a final refrain. When you see that line, all you gotta do now is head over to one final area in the jumping puzzle room. Remember back in D1 VOG how there was this lone Vex portal that we could never figure out what it was for? Well, now in D2, when you finish plate number 5, it should begin glowing. From plate number 5, you gotta jump wide left all the way out to that lone glowing portal, and when you step onto it, boom, Exotic Catalyst finally unlocked. All you gotta do now is actually complete the catalyst, but at least you got the hard part out of the way. Do me a favor and click the like button on today's video. This one was a little bit of an effort to put together. And don't forget to share today's video with any lucky SOB you might be friends with who might be sitting on the Vex Mythoclast. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.